90 some odd degrees in this house. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Inspired Content, doing a food taste test, done pretty much within the same chunk of time that I've done the last few, just for recording purposes, because I can't do this kind of thing very often. But I have a couple things here to try today, and I'll give them a taste and then come up with ideas and inspirations from them, and sort of a quick review on some of these. So, the very first one, many of these are going to be related to this brand, Herr, because they've got some good varieties. Unfortunately, they didn't have one of the ones that I was looking at recently, which was a jalapeno popper cheese puff. These are just bacon cheddar flavored cheese curls, which sounds very good. It's one of those things, bacon flavor can be sort of dog foody on foods, but that's pretty good. I taste the cheese a lot, and there's some sort of, it feels like there's some herbs in there for flavor. Because it doesn't seem just like cheddar and bacon. Because it says it's bacon cheddar, but there's a hint of something else in there that, I mean, you can kind of see seasoning on it, almost like an Italian seasoning. I think that helps carry the flavors better. So that's pretty good. That's likely to be one of the more savory ones that we have. And I guess we can do, this one's a different brand, Snyder's pretzel poppers. This one's a cinnamon sugar. So I'm curious about that. Looks like a small pretzel stick, lightly dusted in cinnamon and sugar. And that's about how it tastes. It doesn't have a lot of cinnamon sugar to it. You can taste the salt almost more than you can taste the cinnamon and sugar. But they're hollow. I have to say, that's kind of disappointing. But it's entirely possible that the bacon cheddar was such a powerful taste that this tastes weaker because of it. But yeah, that's just a pretzel. That's disappointing. Going into the pretzel mindset, we have some goldfish, which are chocolate mint and pretzel. First thing we're going to see is, so it looks like even the pretzel ones might be slightly dusted in chocolate, which is kind of strange. Maybe it's just rubbing off, I can't tell. It tastes just like a pretzel. But there is like that undertone of mint in there. But here's the chocolate one. Looks like the graham chocolates that they had. And that's just chocolate. Is it a three-parter? There's a little mint aftertone to it. I can barely taste it though. That's seriously disappointing. I don't see anything else in there. Where's the mint flavor? It's barely there. Pretzel? Thought I saw something light colored in there, but it looks like it's just one of the broken pretzel ones. Either my tongue has just lost the ability to taste these things, or these people are not producing anything flavorful. No, I'm not impressed. That's sad. Mint chocolate is a really good thing if it's done right. Alright, so back to Herr's. This one is S'mores Puffs. They're like a cheese doodle, but they're not cheesy. They're chocolate marshmallow graham puffs. Alright, so I kind of like that. There's that sort of vanilla puff to it, which, as much as it's not spongy like a marshmallow, it gives the textural cues that you expect more from that flavor, and it's got a light cocoa over it. I don't know if I'm noticing any graham to it, but I could care less at that point. But the yeah, that's pretty good. Victory on this one. And Herr's has another one, cotton candy, which seems kind of weird, but I kind of want to try it. These are bright blue. It's a whole bag full of bright blue little Smurf heads or whatever they are. They kind of got the taste right, and I think the form of the puff is texturally appropriate for both the s'more and the cotton candy. That's kind of cool. Not that there's anything super amazing about a cotton candy flavor, but they get it kind of right. Those are good too. I'm very impressed with theirs. It makes me kind of sad I wasn't able to find a couple of the other flavors that they do. Alright, so that's that. Herr's does an incredible job with all the things they did, and they've certainly got a new fan in me. I'd seen one or two of their things before and maybe tried them and thought they were good, but having hit 3 of their new items to try here, I think I would rate them as totally worth looking into. So no surprise, the bacon cheddar cheese puffs were a 7.4 out of a 7.7, and that's only because I'm sure there are things that are even better than that somewhere in the world, so I gotta leave a little room, but these were definitely worth it, and I can totally see doing some cooking experiments with them as well as just enjoying them the way they are. The cotton candy flavored things from Herr's is those are a 6.8 out of 7.2, and I gotta say, I was amazed at how well the flavor and the texture combination pull off that illusion of being a cotton candy. And again, I was amazed with the next one, which was a s'more, which I gave a 7.5 out of 8.0, and I would say that's one of the best impressions of a s'more I've ever seen in any kind of snackable form. That the light puff texture gives that kind of sense, that mouthfeel of it's a stale marshmallow texture or like a meringue texture, but it does the taste of the marshmallow justice, and then the cocoa powder on top of it gives it just enough of the cocoa mixed with that marshmallow idea to give you the impression of a s'more. I can't say I noticed anything graham-like in its taste, but I mean it's not a heavily needed thing when you say s'more and you give us chocolate and a passable marshmallow texture flavor. It carries it. The goldfish mint pretzel, 5.4 out of a 6.2. I was kind of disappointed. It's kind of like somebody took a handful of small pretzels and a handful of broken up pieces of mini Oreos or something and put them into a bag with a peppermint candy to give mint flavor to it, but the candy was then removed. It's just it's like a subtle hint of mint, and it really didn't work for me. And the Snyder pretzels were they're just a pretzel. They're a slightly sweet pretzel. There was almost no cinnamon flavor, and most of the sugar and cinnamon brush off. So it's probably a big pocket of it sitting at the bottom of that bag, and mostly just puffed pretzels. Puffed pretzels aren't bad, and I still have munched on them repeatedly, but it didn't work. I think if they had embedded the sugar and the cinnamon a little bit more into the pretzel, it would have been a better deal in the end. But saying that, the ideas and inspirations that come from having tried these, I want a ginger snap puff. I just want it. There is no reason why we can't have a ginger snap. Ginger flavored desserts are always kind of cool, but to put them on a puff format to get that kind of sort of aerated flavoring that spreads further in the mouth, I think a ginger snap puff would be totally worth it. Caramel apple puff. If you can do caramel corn, I can see maybe doing an apple flavored puff with a dusting or even just a thin glaze of caramel. Okay, so we did the bacon cheddar puff, which they did well. I have in my mind, since I've got the idea of the next few that were the cotton candy and the s'mores, I have this idea of like camp food and fair food, and both of those make me think of hot dogs. So I gotta wonder if you can do a hot dog flavored puff, and because they're shaped like a hot dog, there's a part of me wants to, is there a way to do a puff and then do like a bun, like a scoop or a curl puff that could go onto it with like either a chili cheese flavor or a ketchup and mustard and relish flavor, and you just put the two of them together. You can eat just the hot dogs or just eat the buns and or mix them together. I think that would be totally fun. This one is for the goldfish. I think you could probably pull off a butter popcorn flavored goldfish, but not too many people would go chasing that one. But if you did a caramel corn goldfish, I think it would be worth it. I think people would go after that. Taking these pretzels, I think the thing that probably could go well with this pretzel would be a maple vanilla pretzel puff, because they're hollow like that, but because a maple flavoring can be done as like a thin glaze or a wash over it, and the vanilla could then be a powder that you sprinkle on top of that sticks to it, I would imagine you could do a maple vanilla pretzel that would be really good. I don't know why it never occurred to me before, but I have fond memories of banana nut bread from when I was a kid. And it seems like something that somebody like Goldfish Crackers should be able to do a graham banana nut goldfish. It would be amazing. It would be great. Why aren't there more banana nut bread flavored? I'm sure you don't have to do the nut portion for people who are worried about allergies, but there should be more banana nut bread or banana bread flavored treats. Alright, well, so those are my ideas this time. I'll see you next time. Take care.